Well, it was a long night at the Stafford County Planning Commission where the Beaver got its first hearing here in Stafford County. Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Uriah Kiser, publisher and founder of Potomac Local News. And you know, we have been talking about Buc-ee's for months, if not years now. And last night, on October 29th, 2025, was the first time the center gas station mega everything came to the Planning Commission for its very first hearing. And so it's official now. The Buc-ee's has been heard. Of course, as you know, we've been covering several different meetings and whether it be in the community or your comments or just from the buzz that this project has generated in Stafford County, just off I-95 at the exit 140. So what we're going to do today is go into some of the details that we heard last night at the meeting. The cries from residents who are crying foul on this project and saying that the traffic that it's going to bring in is going to severely impact their mobility and they're able to get around. We're going to hear from the people who say this, why not? Why not bring this project here? Why not put this project, why not put Stafford on the map and have a Buc-ee's in this area? And we'll talk about what the Planning Commission did and their final vote, because this project is far from over. So we're going to get into all that. But first, thank you for watching on our YouTube channel here on Potomac Local. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Were you at the meeting last night? What do you think of this project? That's a great place to put your thoughts right here in the comments below and tell us, is Buc-ee's right for Stafford? Do you want to see the Big Beaver come with its 120 gas pumps and a 74,000 square foot travel center right in your backyard? Tell us in the comments. Please share this video so more people know what's going on in the community where they live. They can continue to follow our continuing coverage over at PotomacLocal.com. If you haven't been to our website, please go, especially if you live anywhere between Fredericksburg, Manassas, and Woodbridge. You know we're covering those communities all the time, every day, and I constantly update that website, PotomacLocal.com, with the region's latest news. And we also send out a free email newsletter every day at 4 p.m. You can get it free at PotomacLocal.com by clicking on newsletter. And if you really like what you see and you don't want to miss a story, you want everything, please consider becoming a member, a supporting member, and supporting local journalism. It's not only the best way to keep the lights on in our newsroom, but the lights on and shining in the community on things that are the stories that affect us most, like this Buc-ee's travel center, this proposed travel center that we initially broke this story back in 2023 when we first heard about it. We knew it was going to be big, and it certainly has been that way. Go to PotomacLocal.com and please subscribe today. All right, now going to the meeting that was held at the Stafford County Planning Commission. It was a long meeting, as those meetings go, 5 hours long, and we had more than 60 residents come out and speak, mostly against the project, mostly against the Buc-ee's project. But I'm going to take us to the top, where we had again, Buc-ee's came before the Planning Commission last night, and simply just the breakdown, the way this works is what they're doing. Buc-ee's is seeking two things: a rezoning for a plot of land at exit 140 next to the diverging Diamond interchange, and they're seeking a conditional use permit. Those two things from the county. They have to get a rezoning so they can build their gas station, and they need a conditional use permit so they can operate certain items, certain things at the gas station should they get that rezoning and permission to build. So they're asking for two things from the county. And so these types of requests go first through the Planning Commission, all of the members of which are appointed by the Board of County Supervisors. The Planning Commission can give them thumbs up or thumbs down, and then once they have weighed in on a certain case, then it will go to the Board of Supervisors for a final say. But as we learned last night, they won't get to that. The Board of Supervisors won't get to that at least until the new year, in 2026 because the Planning Commission last night voted to deferral, they voted for deferral uh, until January 14th. And they said that's going to give the county and the Virginia Department of Transportation more time to sort through traffic safety and neighborhood concerns. And we heard, boy, did we hear a lot of them last night. So the meeting was held last night, started at 6 o'clock, and it stretched into the late hours, almost to midnight. And it was opened by Chairman Stephen Apicella and his fellow commissioners, who pressed Buc-ee's representatives for specific answers. And we'll have all of that on our website, potomaclocal.com. We have a series of reports coming out over the next 4 days detailing this meeting and the questions that were asked and the comments that were shared, both for and against the project. So go to potomaclocal.com for that. Watch it. I've got it set to publish every day at 3 p.m. starting today, being Thursday, October 30th, through the weekend, Sunday, November 2nd. Can't believe it's already getting into November. Hello, the end of the year. So one of the things that we heard was the Commissioner Laura Sellers, who represents the Garrisonville district in which Buc-ee's will be located. She wants more town hall meetings to be held between now and January. You might remember about a week and a half ago, we were at a town hall meeting at Colonial Forge High School in Stafford, very near where this Buc-ee's could be built. And it became very heated very quickly. We had the majority, about 60, about maybe 60-40, maybe 70-30 against the project, who came to that meeting, and the company representative Stan Beard stood before them, just took their questions, and tried to inform them as best as he could. One of the things he said at that meeting is if you came in here angry over this project, you'll probably leave angry. However, you will be a more informed angry when you leave. I thought that was an interesting way to put it. But Beard was there last night as well, taking questions. And as far as that goes, they defended the massive project, and they promised hundreds of full-time jobs. Highway beautification, privately funded road improvements. Again, what they're doing here, they've promised to build a slip ramp, and really a single lane entrance. That's fancy term, slip ramp. I used to work for VDOT, so sometimes those terms will slip into my conversations when I'm talking about this kind of stuff. But essentially, what they're talking about doing is paying for and building out of their own pocket a slip ramp entrance from I-95 South directly into their parking lot, and they say that will mitigate some of the construction, traffic congestion issues that many are calling on. But on the flip side of that, the ones who are concerned is that there is no direct entrance back on to Interstate 95, and there are many out there who think that the traffic will meander through their neighborhoods and make the area more unbearable, as Buc-ee's will plan to bring between 10,000 and 20,000 vehicle trips per day, additionally to the area that will be going to and from their store. But commissioners, after that, they pushed back on that, and they questioned such thing as the lighting levels, the fire, everything, fire suppression systems, water use, waste handling, and whether Buc-ee's is being fully transparent about its finances. And so we have all those details, again, at potomaclocal.com. You can read those on our website. You can see what they said about that. In terms of water use, we've been talking a lot about water use, especially with these data centers and the water and power usage that they're using. Buc-ee says they will use about 30,000 gallons of water per day. When it comes to revenue, tax revenue for the county in terms of going to fund county services to include schools, they anticipate bringing in about $2.5 million a year on the taxes for the county. And so with those jobs and bringing, most of that, they say, will be from people who don't live here, people who are visiting from out of town, making their way down 95 to another destination, and just will make a plan to stop because it is Buc-ee's. It is a tourist destination. They will stop there and get lunch and food and buy things there, from food to branded merchandise to all kinds of things. Apparently, I've never been to a Buc-ee's. That's another thing. If you've never been to a Buc-ee's, please comment. Let me know. Do you plan to go to one if this were to see what it's all about? Will you go and see a Buc-ee's? Will you visit? If you've been to Buc-ee's, let us know. Do you like it? Why do you go? If you've been to, what's your favorite thing? What do you like the best at Buc-ee's? Let us know in the comments. So when it comes to public reaction, we had more than 60 speakers last night speak at the Buc-ee's public hearing. Most of them opposed the plan to build Buc-ee's. Many cited traffic and safety for school children, declining property values if Buc-ee's were to build. A few longtime residents supported Buc-ee's, pointing to the potential for economic growth and the new tax revenue that the Beaver would bring to Stafford. A woman named Jennifer Stratton of Austin Ridge summed up the local frustration saying, quote, "We just finally fixed traffic in this area. Please don't take us back." And so you might remember in 2019, VDOT opened a diverging diamond interchange at this exit 140, and it completely changed the game in terms of how traffic moves through this area. And we have a video. I have a video on our YouTube page that talks about this diverging diamond interchange and why it's so important, and why Buc-ee's wants is to build here, and what they said about the efficiency of that diverging diamond interchange, which opened in 2019. Another supporter of the project says, basically summed it up. He says, people are going to stop somewhere. They might as well spend their money here in Stafford County, is what they're saying. So that's really just scratching the surface of what was done last night. But again, the big news, they deferred any decision on the Buc-ee's project until January of 2026. I know they're going to take a look at some additional traffic study information. That was a big point of contention. A lot of the opponents of this project say that the traffic study that was performed for this project was done in 2023, and we were still in the COVID era. We were still, not everybody was back to work yet, and traffic has since rebounded. And so they're saying they should take a harder look at traffic conditions as they are now versus 2 years ago. And so county officials are telling us that they're expecting updated traffic data to come in, and the deferral will give them more time to look into the traffic data that comes up. So that appeased. I think that was to appease those the majority of which spoke out against this project, giving it more time to look at these traffic scenarios. So again, what do you think? Do you support the Beaver? Do you want him to come to Stafford County? Will you go get some of that brisket if it does come, or will you just continue getting gas elsewhere and avoid a tourist trap for all of your reasons? Please let us know in the comments, and go to PotomacLocal.com for our extended series on looking at what we just witnessed last night. Everything we talked about, we're going to break it down. Why is Buc-ee's locating here? Why won't they go somewhere else? Why won't they consider maybe Thornburg in Spotsylvania County at exit 118? Why not Kings Dominion area at exit 98? All of that was discussed during the session at the Planning Commission. We'll have that in our series coming up. We'll talk about the pros, what people think, how people think this will put, if the Buc-ee should come. This very well could put Stafford on the map, they say. They say that we don't have a theme park here like Kings Dominion, if you will. We don't have a Kalahari resort like Thornburg that is getting a massive indoor water park there at exit 118 in Spotsylvania County. So Stafford County needs something. This could be that something to help spur economic development, and they say that it could spur other restaurants and businesses. So we'll have those details as well. And of course, we're diving in deeper on that traffic study and the calls for more transparency on how this will affect traffic in the area right there, specifically at Interstate 95 at exit 140. Guys, thanks for watching. You have a great day, and we will see you back here real soon. Take care.